We're bricking. There we go. With waffles. I love waffles. Alright, I'm gonna load in here. This, as you can see, he's only about level 7 or 8. Very early level. Haven't even gotten off Pandora, which is the first really quick jaunt in the game, so I've been slacking. And it takes a minute to load. That's alright. I ain't going anywhere. And I apologize for the snuffle up, I just can't help it. Alright. So there's Mr. Chewy Chomp. He's my Skagly. And you can pet the Skag. Well, you can touch the Skag. You can't really pet him. Alright. Basic UI looks about the same. You know, you got your health, bottom left hand side, shields, you got your stuff down at the bottom, your XP bar, right hand side, your basic skills and grenades and guns. Guns are pretty neat now that they have secondary fire. This is a little pistol, shoots fire bullets, no big deal. By pressing down, you activate its alternate fire, which on this one shoots little rockets, which actually take no ammo away from the gun. They take a while and they'll regenerate automatically. As you see, it's going down, and the amount of rockets I have comes back. So that's a neat little thing. Guns have secondary fires. Not all, but many. As you can hear, not quite the same voice actor. Still obnoxious.
I know you're pitiful, friend. I will assist you.
Yes! I'm gonna be bigger and badder than ever! Watch, this is an important fashion decision. Bring me replacement antenna options, recruit! Options, I say! Go for it! Even though finding me a new antenna is vitally important, you can do this mission on the side, and you'll probably want to get a vehicle.
Yeah, if you're worried about Claptrap not being annoying, don't worry about that. They got you covered. Just not a shrill, which for me, that's great. So this is the Marcus Gun Vendor. All the vendors pretty much have the same UI. So we're going to slap in here. It's nice that it shows you what the uncommon, you know, what the item of the day is right up front. But this, number 1, that lag. Fucking hell. Number 2, look at this mess. You remember how in 2 it was this nice lovely list. You scroll down, you can even sort it by, say, sniper rifles, type, rarity, shit like that. This, look at this shit. Look at this. This is a fucking mess. This is horrible. Now, one thing that is good, guns all have special things. Jacobs, you crit somebody, bullets jump over to other people. You can take out crowds of people with Jacobs if you can, you shoot them in the face. It's fantastic. And it pretty much works for anything. Dolls generally always go between semi-auto and fully auto, or burst fire and semi-auto. Hyperions are actually really fun. They make shields now. They still have the laser beam style where they start off on inaccurate and then zoom in to where they'll just always hit. But now they have a nice little shield that'll either like amplify damage, eat bullets, or whatever. But that is just, Jesus Christ, it's ugly. And it gets worse when you go inside here. The map, it's serviceable. It's nice that, you know, you can roll it around. You got nice. You can see the topography, making little markers and all that jazz. You got different fast travel stations. And one thing that is really, really nice about this is that you can just fast travel whenever the fuck you feel like it. You don't have to go to a fast travel device or anything like that. Let me grab a vehicle real quick just to give a demonstration. Because you could fast travel between, well, fast travel stations and your vehicle whenever you would like. So we're gonna fuck off over here. Do. Good enough. Oh, wrong button. Alright. Now, we teleport back to this guy. And to the fast travel station, you just break it out, and it doesn't cost you any money or anything. It's just bam. Here you go. I'm teleported now. So that is really, really nice. There's one thing I will grant them on that. Navigating it is not the world's easiest thing. None of the quests actually pop up here. I mean, you'll find like quest markers and stuff showing up in the world. There's tons of shit to find. But actually navigating through the list of quests, no, it's much worse than that. You just have a log to go through. And select through it. And it's not great. It's not great. Excuse me. Your version of badass points. These are locked until you beat the game. They're probably really badass this time, so I'm fine with that. The skills tree. This one's still a little clunky, but it's not bad. You still have 3 different trees to select from. In this case, I have, what the hell even is this tree? Right, the hunter, the stalker, and the master tree. And currently, right now, I pick my skag, who is in the master tree. At any time, I can swap out my pet for like a monkey with a pistol. I'm gonna break out the monkey with the pistol.
Be off for now.
And Mr. Chewy fucked off. And there's Meat Thief, my pistol packing Donkey Kong. I can tell him to fuck off or something else too. But as for action skills, you get 3. Right now I'm shooting off. You get 3 to start off with. You can unlock tons of them. Like, this is an action skill. No way, that's not actually an action skill. That beefs up him. That's augment. Let's see. I see a different guy that doesn't do it. I know with Amara, you unlock, oh god, even at level 20, I think I've unlocked 6 different action skills I can swap through. Yeah, these are mostly just alterations for his skills. One of which makes you invisible for a while and all your shots crit, which is fucking awesome, honestly. A bit OP. One of them shoots racks, which it's nice to rack someone else for a change, let me tell you. And the other one creates like a portal that, shit, that was a grenade, that makes your pet go to it and then beeps your pet up with whatever element. Right now it's radiation, which just makes everybody do area of effect damage. There's no real slag that I've seen, so you don't have to worry about that crack, because that was really obnoxious in 2, having to swap between like a slag gun and something to actually kill the damn thing. Now you just shoot it till it dies. Radiation just makes them hurt people around them, and everything else does exactly what it did in the rest of the game. So that one's perfectly fine. But the real big downside on these, there's no favorites. There's no like hot swapping between skill sets, particularly like action skill sets you've unlocked. Every single time you want to swap between skills, you got to pull up your menu. You got to wait for it to load. And yeah. I want to get back to my racks. There's my racks now. It'd be so much easier if I could say just hold the melee button or hold the button to switch weapons, and you know, pop up with a little thing where like a little skill tree, kind of like Mass Effect 2 or anything else had last generation, where I can select skills and do that. That'd be really nice to have a shortcut option, but you don't. Speaking of no shortcut options, by default you have no shortcuts to swap between weapons at all. I had to set that up. I will go into that in just a moment. First, let's go through the inventory just real quick. It's pretty much a mess as well. The portraits, guns don't look like what they're supposed to. Just like right off the bat, these, okay, those look like pistols. That's pistol. That looks like an SMG. Okay, that looks like an SMG. No, that's a shotgun. Okay, that's a shotgun too. That's fucking weird. So you're going to run into that a lot. What a gun looks like and what it is, not necessarily going to be congruent. And for sorting, you could sort by type, manufacturer, or score, which is how the game gives you like a shorthand view of how good a weapon is, and just some kind of estimation. Not really entirely accurate because some secondary effects or alt fires are just really goddamn effective. So it's just kind of like a rough view whether or not this item could be better than the next. It's not really all that helpful. But that's it. You don't have, say, sort by rarity or sort by value, especially when you have a limited backpack and you want to chuck shit out. It'd be nice to not have to go, okay, that's 71, 50 something. Oh, also, the way the money scrolls is a pile of piss as well. Pile of puppy panther piss. It's garbage. It just takes longer than it has to. And when you have weapons in the 4, 5, 6 plus digits, it just takes that extra 4 or 5 seconds. It's not a game killer, but it ain't necessary. It's just superfluous. Yeah. Alright, so the other part I was going to say, the lack of hotkeys. We are going to go back into our control scheme. I hate myself for this, but I'm going to default this. Yeah, there we go. The way this works by default. Oh, I don't have them set by default anymore. Give me the default controls so I can bitch about it. Yes, revert to default. Thank you. Alright, by default. In Borderlands 2, and I believe in 1, you could use the up, down, left, right keys as, you know, you got your 4 weapons, those are your 4 cardinal directions to shortcut. Not in this way. In this way, up
Right there.
marks stuff for either teammates or your pet. Flack. The AI for your pet's horrible. 90% of the time, he's just going to fuck off and do his own thing. I very often find my pet wandered off a quarter way down the map while I'm doing something else. He does not come back to you. He just does his own thing. But you could flag an enemy and tell him, hey, go attack that. It's pretty much useless. Not important to dedicate a whole fucking button to it. Down is your alt fire on your weapon to switch between here. Regular bullets and whatever your alt mode is. And left and right scrolls through your quests, as opposed to you having to, you know, bring up your menu. Okay, I want to switch to a different quest. I'm going to bring up my menu. I go to my main. No. Okay, I want to go to the side, select that. Okay, so it's okay to have that, but why do you need that? Left and right do the same thing essentially. You scroll through the quest list. Why did it have to be 2 fucking buttons to do that? It's just, the UI is a mess. It is a complete and utter mess. Several other parts of the game are a complete mess too, but overall, it's a lot of fun, and they're going to have to release some serious patches for the loot because it is just raining goddamn legendaries. By level 20, I filled up my bank already. It's all legendary all day. They're just everywhere. So they need to tone that down too. It's kind of sad to have to complain about getting too good of loot in a looter shooter, but you know, yeah, growing pains on that. But that UI is just wow. Whoever passed that, man, I want their job, because they don't do shit. They don't do shit all day, but they get paid a lot to do that. So yeah,